me pese me meye news because the chairman me say me entertain me inform me na me educate ya can't tell me say I should seek to be the news but a banner says me so my news no so I am not stopped from talking about it. Do to the maker no maybe I ain't see me quite say ma me nkabi eti ene mas mabe ya da ha we kan no enche se mintimi nkabi mekabi na kwakuda robacho wo national anthem machine su ya chembe bi kra dara membo ukuyada ena asemba o my ganim ukada no pa me ba morning show mi wieye me ko meeting no ho na panim bi frɛ me o frɛ me no se obolidin ne mbodin and was so in the juma ewo office of the special prosecutor OSP na ne boss and the director say wodi me mra medim komo and am so mate ne mo meni ha entino me go krum nofli go ho baby it is say na dia me saba back to center of the town dia naka my friend baby wona kiesia na edim komo and I obe office no so that time dey be no office it meet my pass by office no ni edim komo abusafo central adwuma ye no ye ni sojafo edi nkuta ho ye ni aposifo di nkuta ho ye ni obia di nkuta ho etito de bia IGP betima fro say bana mu ni nkomo kakra wo ade bi ho obekolo so obi koyi operation baby na see the report ne ba ye no yem say Ghana for antiasi yi na facts of the case ni eni it will kwa bonti na kwota ukuda platform na what the education na Ghana for na information. Chief of Defense Staff, Army Commander, the President himself, Chief of Staff, Attorney General, Chief Justice, Secretary of the Judicial Council, business moguls, politicians, civil servants, Obia, the vulnerable, they talk to us. It's your family, Minini Kasamzu, and it's Adia Meba. Na me call na mesa, Minute the Rukasai, and other was what things uncle for me to be a security just they can be funny at times. It's Busani ye, say one follow young Kwan, and I'm so that media. Office of the Special Prosecutor DA. Office of the Special Prosecutor DA. Me God na sabediako. Minimu da wombe frame me so mo frame na aju 1 am krempa. Me yamu ntimi nheme because mimi obi asika. Me nkɔbɔ aban krono, me nkɔbɔ odwurim. Aban sika medi mi ho. Obi nkɔbɔ aban krono ya ka se me bedi ho adan se ma me ma hyeme se edio de me come family lawyer. Ne mo se de sika ne fie de se ye wo ye bema. Ye fra wa himfie dia. Yesi busa wano ubusu wano first one no busa wo bema umpacho be sremu pa na memene da yesi se be we bema na efre wa himfi a yesi busa wano first one ubusa wano na se wonyi wano nka asem bia ma wo dia busa wo nsa sa wo nsa nkoto bulo nkobu obi dia ye no se ba akon wiye na mienu nyina watwade a yesi busa wo bema esi busa wo bema say woni obi nkoda ma wo nkonyim no e ma wo se wonye yinse no ana asaba kwa himfi that's a himfi because butimi din se nyina na mom no gawe ya Ghana ni na woni mmra OSP gina so ye tete saa ekori dia na adwuma kori dia ye fra wo dia adwe ba wutim ba ko pe ene se wa ye dream wa ba dia ban sika na ofa wadwuma wo ye so ye bubu kata na ye no ni OSP etime OSP frame me me ya lawyer na mako because me mu obi ebukata mete be telephone line for the next 40 hours se Ghana ni bia wase medini sika emka mete ebusa 40 hours etime koi me koi ye no a de ba ya ne se empedfo betnas ena panimu ba ko one the head of investigations ewo OSP walo so ba ye nti nipa be enum ena omo introduce omo ho and encommodate starting. I don't want to call it interrogation because I was told we're going to have a discussion. So I don't want to call it interrogation, even though we had a semblance of interrogation, but I want to call it a discussion. Nini na kasa me manengwa titia ne say ben na watwe mienu nie me ka asem bi e wo movement television ha say OSP ye fe no work say jaben edrume bi wa ban na atwamu no metin e wo mpanifo wo say wo ka say na dwuma wo ye say wo fight corruption no amande ho eye nkofo ahi enti wa ba be high risk ama enkofo etan no etina dwuma no ko benya enka ban kranto private jet mano said the bear he will not endanger the lives of other passengers on board a certain flight overboard me pacho meeting me kind me asema maka mi nwani free wonda because me kind me voice wa bontin me video wa bontin me nkwaka say ye concocted so you know I said it yeah. Eto Moses asem na me kan ye no enya no kre ena msu mate ena senya no kre dia send ye se joni kan asem na se musenya no kra ye kwan be me nsa so a asem no yebetime sisi na ye ni yin ba ko ne se mo be ka che me se asem nya no kre na me responsible journalist no kama samba media platform na so be bijase o ena no asa me ka to OSP so no ebusafo pelifo aka che me se enya no kre etime mesre eni obi a me kan ya asasem no ha no bia no onfa nche me na masiesie no se nipa ko ne bo anto ne yemu a opa obetima escalate no e de akọ national media commission ama national media commission for so afre me omo frɛ me na me kɔ na me se me kɔ chenchina nkyia sɛ ye no kre abamini evidence a omuta punish me ana me permit ma gya tumu ho na ma apologize me no so kɔ say no so the boy Anthony yemu a opobetimi dia court civil matter civil 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 matter say magunu hu fin asa me ka to no so no ni pakro no wo se enani nye hu na court so kɔ na me kodi fo na etwa me damage metima metua say me kɔ dwanto a makodwanto a na asem no akoda beebie da to mo se asem na me ka ye no me pese me che say the OSP is corrupt na me say wura no me sremo me say OSP I requesting but me hu krata wo tro wo so but penifo che say no ka kire wo mo say private jet corruption na wo mu no pamcho anything me busa wo mo ema o mo twetwe mu aka say de maka no e beta creative fear and panic e betima that fear and panic na sika ayira na fear and panic obi awia obi sika fear and panic aban aboka fear and panic me ma boka na fear and panic no me in fact omo twetwe mu akọ baby bebre to the extent say yes na it means I'm bringing the name of the OSP into public opprobrium corruption related issue ana ena ya ti almost me fedi ni ma omo no mun koye federal investigation ena me se me yan central ni me din komo bebre omo ka kire me no I remember say pedifo ye din komo na sa komo ne bai but nipa ko kan na me kan ni din moreover me yan central ni na central ni so de wo beta busa central ni say offer on declare the source ana me kai ya almost say I'm not cooperating. Let me catch a person. Why am formal invitation? You didn't arrest me. I came there on my own volition because I respect state institution. It's a main cooperator. I mean, I come back course who than I'm making. It's back and forth. Yes, certain time fed in my warm. No more investigation. Investigation the minimum say, basically be your baby. I don't know. Man, fedina ma wom. And was said, I'm not cooperating. So they will charge me. And in fact, they will officially arrest me. And was sorry to me, Nifa, my Betty. And now was say, God, as I you have now been arrested and officially charged. Okay, yan or ma'am in my rights as will be a yacho. So I'm entitled to a lawyer, say, I'm a family lawyer. lawyer le catch omo say ade a omo ye no they should be careful because enimra kwam so metima ye saa eja ya wie ya bo me charge me you false publication and then false communication ni you and the 5 million Ghana is that to be three so zamu hu nyame adu ma china my titia mo a sika da me three so tie press me kofom but and me public education office of the special prosecutor omadwuma ne sen enro najo na kokase me nana enro najo me sheda kwatena OSP website say OSP website say again what are their functions Mr. Santi me nyina ama wo ye ba me be check me na me sa hwe baby no OSP say so far no my public sensitization it means educating Ghana for elipa mo say elipa 6 million Ghanaians and educating wo mo e wo adwuma OSP oye and then because na me ni munyam say and by the time my new program we now you educating about 15 million Ghanaians today on what OSP does so much 6 million and then me go use the opportunity to the platform we switch platform be our Ghana and I don't pay the whole Ghana ni bia han wo hwe me be use that opportunity we actually say OSP adwuma no anything Mr. Santi Pacho dem de ma wo no pump bigu so na me ready wo da ye ko jam website on ma me nyina for website man copy a screenshot from the website of OSP mo fan to so ni an hwe say OSP adwuma mo ye no anything it is bebe match fa to so nenye that public education is CA why na me hwe ni CA na was it dey wa koye fast na ba obeye mo no still okay but of so Sunday hey okay so onya part so amedie straight away no mame nko acting wo ho okay acting wo ho okay Peter me dase pa okay ba chohwade mame mo kitikiti stage mame mo headlines makeke you see the OSP has the mandate to investigate and prosecute on its own corruption and corruption related offenses but kasa se enka masem nyina akoda corruption and corruption related offenses yes I said but me say OSP make a request on the government say when your private jet will pay me patrol it doesn't fall under corruption and corruption related offense in Ghana by any ridiculous stretch it doesn't fall under it no matter how ridiculous the stretch could be yanko enyema OSP Ghana ye nyina ya gia tum say yasa mo musika amo tem story build this mo ntero mo nye djuma ne maye Ghana ne ho to any say ba ko nie dishonestly receiving property ba ko extortion ba ko dishonestly receiving property say metia god na se bedi akon na obi abreme ka bi afani me back because me ka asem bi efa na djuma ho me ka asem bi fa na djuma ho na what the car be afani me back abreme say oh godden na wonyi car we me ni ba bia na obecha me car na maje because of asema make interference and me jaika dishonestly receiving property and our chama sase wo trazaku extortion say mashada abu obi say mamisika na me fanya ade mawo wa mamisika ade re menye extortion I don't know using public office for profit public office e me nka ho because say me a private person and unti Ghana ni a wo ye adwama Ghana ban say wo ye OSP na wo se me ye OSP na what ma beto manim wa ma me $2 million me OSP machi watum ye no only using public office for profit and I say wo ye headmaster baby no waka say wa ma me sika wo ban menye no e wo school mu using public office for profit corruption of and by public officer or juror ye no ye court for asem corruption say asema beto nanim e wo court na wa ye buka taji sika se be asem no obobu ntanchia no corruption of and by public officer or Jew bacho yenko public education here by the time be we no na Ghana for at least be 15 million Ghanaians yetimi educate ye ho public procurement offenses there's a difference between public procurement offenses and then private procurement offenses. Eti me fa chemi ensin so da se me wadwom hai there's a microphone aseng eti me koto microphone aba ma ka chairman so chairman microphone ase wo so na ene Chris jokweku wo na general manager ni nkobo ma ka Chris ma me koto bi wa ma kwaji invoice me kwaji invoice miensa me ma sheda kwaji invoice miensa me se ba ko eye 1005 ba ko ye 1550 ba ko eye 1004 mi hwa de so kwa aka de bombo 800. Yes, said the coffee the near for nobody. Therefore, they here 1450. Me who so 800 no. Now my quadri 1450 number. My just can the call. Ya no crown always been to me friend me because me a private person. Was a public procurement offenses. Then kwapo me nka ho. But obi o ya aban adwuma, yes so kwato abibi ma yi so aban adwuma mu na what the side dey we bad ya eniye public procurement offenses. Then existent offenses out of or consequent upon stated offenses. Peter yanumi bien we no okwa website on ma wo click so a the ba ni nyina is about sika, ni nyina is about corruption, ni nyina is about sika obi awia ni e begidi amamban. Obstruction of the administration of justice. Say ebia OSP yi ekwa baabi omukwa investigate baabi no omukwa na obi abo no obi apem no aha waka gate afeno wa ye say one for information in man no is the only obstruction of the administration of justice. But you to aso okay what's the investigation to one OFC the website in the OSP investigation and prosecution overview. This always receiving and I'm buying no but you say bo holum bi ma san fa bra say and one on one. Okay, any or say about us. At the end of the year, was it the office of the special prosecutor was established in 2018 as the gold standard and they say gold no, abaya sand, abaya nuya. The OSP has the object of investigating and prosecuting specific cases of alleged or suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses in the public and private sectors, recovering the proceeds of such acts by disgorging illicit and unexplained wealth and taking steps to prevent corruption. The specialized attribute of the OSP particularly lies in its fortification with the cure of the inadequacies of the existing anti-corruption agencies. What's the inadequacies of the existing anti-corruption agencies? So because I'm told so, let's no cry. It doesn't fall under any anti-corruption agency. No. Prosecutorial intelligence gathering, surveillance and counter surveillance, police, national security and revenue generating powers. The OSP derives its powers mainly from the office of the special prosecutor and na omukeka kwaye but obetimi eye no official enti kaka mede aba from OSP office no eno no abusafo mede ba ku bi so ama Mr. Santi but we so betimi dia toso na memedie OSP friend me amekoye yeah enra mekoye because me respect state institutions but not because they have the mandate. Me imagine ya me say besinde OSP any mandate ewo enyema woni me go through they don't have it. Now mame kwa TV me show on Facebook Shadia last year was say OSP and the Kasa ewo November 2023 was say I have had several calls from well-meaning lawyers admonishing me in the that they have heard talk that our friends have been who have been elevated Yes.
The all kind.
Yeah.
All kind the press briefing.
Yes.
Now or address Ghana for.
Okay.
After our court on Siadapa cases, maybe.
A minute. Mr. Bato, you refuse me introduce you straight away. Now you would walk back or Cassa. Me
a class prefect, Timid be a
class prefect is under a consideration based on what happened.
No. You're not there. No, undisputed. Because based on what happened, in fact, now and 1.4%. Omu trouble me na me din but nse me sine nkwasasem
hey okay I was for a higher movement television would be rated 5.9 program ni di betrem assembly head ho pastor mesam assembly ho no ma ensi ayen chechi eti patcho you see eti enra assembly CC kakra nyehwe ya no private matters eti efa ma public domain eti eyi for me mami me patcho we media briefing but I say link no me okay majama ma send link na ma eti we media briefing ai ya we media briefing na OSP at the buy na we na November 2023
yes
eti e wa heaven
oh mbesa okay page no man na e wa kira
family
or sign in
was signed November 2023. Be a page in Mammy and Casa relevant page. No
page any honor, massa, and was inside. Oh, now was inside here. Okay, 80% the fat on in like in Campbell with the fatoso. I fatos in out there be I move find me. 80 Peter Kuma and the beleged class prefect of Bichim. Why you beleged? Me if you also you two Magdalene okay, it was the one that still standing class prefect. Okay, it was and Coca, Pachoka, and Coca, and from Manopaku, send him right, co-SP in a minute, Nanti, Coca in the and yet to find the same amount of what he is young, and the Mubu for, and Mubu for, and Alaji, Aud Mahama, and so, Mamma make us say, be I just and I would want to say, it's out do and Aud Mahama in here. And then of course I'm also in the book when we focus moto and we took and waba we are branching man no pay BBC for Peter oh na make us we are branching it's a bamwa so and abese ya busafo afa yankoko no na me ready adewin we yankomo OSP no ankasa owa kiseja ben ebe kache Ghana for abra was say one Ghana for update as required by the law establishing the OSP. Yes. Was say those who decry it see it. No. But Mama says that one
and I Mr. Tifia. Those who decry it. Was say those who decry it see it as an attack on the judiciary. Indeed, I have had several calls from well-meaning lawyers admonishing me that they have heard HEARD, they have heard talk that our friends who have been elevated to the bench and presiding over cases in court do not take very kindly to criticism, especially of the public calling out variety, and that if the office persists in the media releases, the judges will gang up. The judges will gang up against the office and throw out all our cases. Mind you, the collective admonition is coming from very senior and experienced lawyers who are men and women of the world. But what you free so let me teach him. Mami kuta pepe ya obeta ye free so ma teach him. Kata ye kuta bin owura kiseja ben na bekan. What say? We November 2023. Abra na wade nsem bia court. Na court na boagu say wan fa process ni mu ye. Ebi kwa mani kiu say ka betin dia fa benku ana say ni fa na kwa san dia ba. Obeka san abontin. What say ne nanfufuo bi
ne nanfufuo lawyer fo bia ka kire no say ono OSP kise Jaben no so nanfufuo sorry lawyer no ye kise Jaben adanfo no nya ba ko posi bebre eno maka kire ne say omo nanfufuo bia omo ye judge fo aka kire omo say ade a owura kise Jaben eye no mani nye hu enti ombe gange up ombe bopo ombe ye awese owura kise Jaben di asemba court to say pe ombe bol to agu because omo mpenasem but asam mekan muti aziyi owura kise Jaben say ne nanfufuo bi ka kire ne say ne nanfufuo no nanfufuo bi omo ye ajagefo aka kire omo say na wo say no kure do so dodo say no wo say do so dodo say ombe kwati kise Jaben jagefo Ghana fo jagefo nyina say omo be kwati owura kise Jaben no de asemba court a ombe boagu ni wadifo owura kise Jaben e kan yo me pa acho owura kise Jaben kan asasem wi enie enye edited me evidence when me na wo na wo bo ka say omo le ka kire ne say judge for ne kan no where are their names? What about the names of the judges who told his so-called friends, who he says are men and women of this world? Of course, there can't be any women and men out of this world. They are of this world. Where are they? What are their names? He said that they mentioned their names. I said, well, you know, mention the names of Wadamfo, Namfo, one can say back, also Namfo, Omoya Bebre, and Omokatria will say, Judge for Ghana. I call you meet Abu Mutibu Pose, what the Assemble, or word for Eguanimasi. Where are their names? What about names of the judges? You impugn on the integrity of the whole judiciary in Ghana. Essentially, because of material, what you call pay me and young boy, I'm a friend, member. But I am telling you, say, a man would not so say when the media say, what come through a better route. Go the same way, go and see me in court. Say, Macam once a man, and you cray. Na member court. No evidence about the beba, maybe be a bugumiswa, a cabitia. Yan one no. A chopper as a bequa, some a cock. Babusu me, Enna, Ura Kenufreta. Yawa, and yet say, and cophobia twice and so, and when the fee, I could tell you. Yet now, communication about one thing, say, now Ura Kise Jaben, and Sashasi. Ye can be. At the actually end of work is Jabi as OSP or or by a press conference. And as I said by when you move be an as when nimby. Or work is Jabi say when you won't she and call for a call papa no office in Nifino. When you move on a suma woman. Say Casa. What's the motion? Let it end there. But he went further to make a claim against the person of Ura Kenufurata. As what kind of thing? Was it the intelligence? You can say intelligence, and yes, I be prejudice move at him, and yes, Nyansan. You can say intelligence in this context, no, a security sense. Some say, Tete phobia, and I catch and I verify. I catch and say, if you win. Now, intelligence, it's really say, or reckon of Retana and Cassa, and I said that Abapa and was stage. Say, yes, said the matter, no, I will be free. I said that business intelligence. Now you see me call how Guadano. I send back where the back very popular. Did you verify? I am telling you. Ask Kise Jaben, did he verify that intelligence? If he did, what was the response? Did Kise Jaben verify that claim from his so-called lawyer friends who said, say, Ghana for judge for Abu Mutim Pose, Assembly Bebiano. Did he verify? And we think, or is he beyond verification? He is not. ask him. Masaka na medal po be catch obi o say and mesaka ne ene faith April. It's a very special day. Say Eda mesia lawyer Kise Jabin. Oh baby if I mission no office or krompa. Mebusa ne say lawyer Mr. Wo. It is a meme go na sabedi akon. Me yense ntwoni na me so bi di me akokọ say woni me nya asem. Na ma be fa wo say wo ye lawyer mami. Na ba kwa ne say me source me disclose me source wa. O wa Kise Jabin bi busa wo. Etu be ka che ne ba kwa say me disclose me source wa na. That's a question I'm going to ask Kise Jabin. Whatever I see, whether I see in the official dom or privately, I'll ask him that question. Enra me koi, omo say wo mo ame omo ma me bill no. Yen kwa show me fee. Well, I think say a fair deal and the one requirement. If Yakob ho nyina akwohwe fee be obi ate aba. Omo say me aduma next week. Mensamra ebnada any ifiada. President nyame aduma me tu kwan ne. It makajo mo say nyame aduma next week me ni ha. Enti no the following week me ba. Ya yes say nyina enti me ba the following week na me ba. And say we kwem, but there's one question is bringing. Why must I appear? Why must I report myself twice a week? Am I under investigation? And the investigation is what? Hunting for the source from a journalist? Is that the investigation? But I will appear before them. Me kwaba meba. That's the understanding. Yeah, you know munya. Nyame aduma jwada. Me chokrata de akoma wo mo. Na BBS me kwaba meba. Eti ebedi nkomo. Na Ghana minim publications eba ye yajinumu amaye ho. Ghana is once again turned out to be a cocaine hub on a day, money laundering on a day, and the revenue for Jotasia ibedi enkomo, and of course MPP internal matters so ekoswa ibedi enkomo bri. Eti ma mema ebusafona kwa Peter pacho take over yanko. Say me I'm within.
Oh, we did it. Na me hwe.
I said me share yi how do you move the chair so I think say I'm within, you know.
Na me hwe pa. Hwe. Asi din ketia ne Peace FM. UTV for edin komo bi ohun. Na asema okafa OSP and the office and the one. And then I'm tempted to agree with him. In fact, on Mukasa February 19th this year, after a Kenufrata and Hunsen seminar a buy. Naturally, I think it's our summer or kind. In fact, on they all say office of the special prosecutor must be scrapped. Nothing will come out of it. I said in Ketia. That's the headline.
Oh, that been okay.
February 19th, 2025. NDC National Chairman Johnson said in Ketia. Or say office of the special prosecutor must be scrapped. Nothing will come out of it. I said in Ketia.
Oh, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, what kind of story now? Now, or advocate say in Chemuna. Ebra emranim po bano. No chen adwin say. Office anka omo ya de fufura omo se sika no ekoboa the existed state institutions are fighting corruption anka beboa dodo na and at the time the president na anya adwin. In fact ye mikra because me awudo na sase ye kika bia so fighting corruption sometimes no the human face nti say o yef na nya obi a ono de only member of the party no be fight here eboa. We supported the act.
Yes.
But after Ansembia bakwa na some kai na o chirimu say sika ne a car or mine bo sa office no ho. Kini ko ya de fufura nkeye.
Ma meba to bosa. Enro website me sa check in. So far me BCCA almost manya 174 cases.
Yes.
No, or 174 reports and complaints.
Yes.
Prosecutions they won't do.
Very
5. Among 174 complaints. Prosecutions say 5. Sika or matimi aje as o majia ma o my Ghana 3 billion.
our website. I'm Ghana cities. No, I think okay, me check it. I will just go on their website right away and check. Maybe I should Peter. And then I'm saying, me a friend say when you 174 when you 174 cases and I say complaints. Now why ye prosecution of 5 cases are. If you describe it, secure conviction that would may buy no 80 cases of multiple prosecution 5 over 174 times 100 no less than 5%. 85% mark 5%, and out of 5% those were my prosecutor no success no so say you put a different war game one day we're going to have a very comprehensive discussion on that because yes look. A dynamic, almost any dynamic. Oh, 10-story building. Next year, so air conditioning back home. Cars, something fruitful must come out of that. While the babies are combating, not the NBA. But the moment OSP, walk after a journalist say, "On providing the source." Peter Yanko. Now, and the cook Bekasa. Said him, Saka, you have me decided. Okay, because. Hey, boss. Okay, Reverend Tim for Joe, member of Parliament for Ascent South, Waba, Peter to us here. Yes. Oh, Meno, me feel say I said it here some more kind. Menene ya adwin sese and I was say because go on. Indeed, working kind the functions and the work of the OSP every but the little point I'm pressing the count is say we had the act no established the OSP office now the act 959 about the objective of the office. Okay, that is a function so man the bibia no ne kwa ne say at the end of the day no ne kwa ne say one, the office also investigating, not prosecuting specific cases of alleged or suspected corruption and corruption-related offences. Okay, clearly, as someone can watch it. It has nothing to do with corruption and corruption-related offences. In fact, who stretching the crown poor say the kind say the corruption crown bama. How does that amount to say? Obi ahri sika na sika bi e won going there request no yeah no aban at the time no the man na that and I request me say me tese obi ki request yes but me ni document wan cho paper so me hu bi yes me ka kire wo mo ho in fact say we make request kwa on paper yes and aban no e de man no anas wan fa man no aban ahri sika na that is the point until the 3 objectives, yes, are the second one recover proceeds of corruption and corruption-related offences. That is the 2. Yes. Until as well can ye say ekoba sampa. Aban the buyer, aban risk kebia on to all retrieve the proceeds of those corruption. The last one take steps to prevent corruption. Say a seminar is see na anya so etwem. The steps been all taken to recover skabia akrimpo ewo mumpo a was it take steps to what to recover or take steps to prevent corruption. So where is the corruption what I said? So what is he preventing in any way? No na near who ewo say so or no as a person and I kasa tia na and as o ka bibiti na ni anye ho a why should that same office investigate it? Yo because you hope omaimu se ko ba se president go bi kasa tia na Ocho command CID and other state institutions so in fact the CJ cried out an allegation some time ago. Ocho command CID yes and honor as a person why should the office na nkase no an allegation against them obi ameki or no free say corruption why are you but ninyina no every pamu the appropriate quarters will address all these issues. It's a movement stronger than outside. Adebakwa also and say, I think we should not allow people to use office be or more occupy to settle personal scores. Are you? You have problem with Obi.
once wow be gyina mu so be nhwemu ana wow be gyina mu say bibia sinti wo pese oba mu no there's a problem.
Ayo.
People have personal scores to settle with people.
Yes.
And I think say the people who are closer to Ora Kise Jabia and as OSP in A4 no, in their inner conscience, I know say they know they are wrong. And
I don't think so.
Oh, they know. Samida ku yeni ayadamfo. Sem troni mranini. Very argumentative person.
Oh, why not? Why not?
Onimpa say. Adisema ko mi sure so won think as won tay.
Na me just say a different person. And I go ye OSP a. And I go say asemi ne maka. E dia fa no ho. It was friend me a. E ka lawyer for me and say me frɛ omo no. First one, I likely say, I can be